Hi.
Good morning. Today is the 13th of February 2020, Math 1, using the explicit arithmetic and geometric formulas. Explicit. Explicit. What's the learning goal there, Jackson?
I can use exponential functions to model real-life situations.
Good. I'm going to use this because these types of functions are used in economics, science, stuff like that. So I've got this formula. I've got t sub n equals 6n minus 1. This, t sub n equals 6n minus 1. It is the exact same thing as y equals 6x minus 1, which is the exact same thing as f of x equals 6x minus 1. It's all the same stuff. And you should be able to throw numbers into this and get numbers out of it. Throw in x's, get out y's. Throw in x's, get out f of x's. Throw in n's, get out t sub n's. It's all the same thing. So these guys somehow create this. How? How did I generate this using that? That's the question. Talk to your neighbors about it.
And then we just do homework. We did what we did last week, and then we did homework.
So what do you think, Maddie? How did I get that 5? That's because you're here.
You put like without an, like not an X, but like.
But how does this, where did that 5 come from? How did that 5 come into existence? Yes.
Because you make x, or x is equal to 1, and then you do 1 times 6, and then you subtract the 1.
Gotcha. So I think you're saying plug in a 1. 6 times 1 is 6 minus 1 is 5. That's where the 5 came from.
Yes.
Then where did the 11 come from? Times 2. 5 times 2, what? I don't understand.
Oh, plug in 2.
Plug in a 2. 6 times 2 is 12, minus 1 is 11. Where did that 17 come from?
Plug in 3.
I plug in 3, and out comes a 17. Where did the 23 come from, Nico?
Plugging in 4.
I plug in 4. 24 minus 1 is 23. All of these work the same way. So what is t sub 1? Based off of this function, t sub 1 equals, Chris? 5. What does t sub 2 equal, Lizette? 11. I got that by plugging in the t values, Aiden Fisher. These are arithmetic. Also called what? Yep, from yesterday. No, the arithmetic and geometric are different. Arithmetic or turn back one page in the notes, or linear. Boom, boom. Let's look at this one. T sub n equals 3, 2 raised to the n power. And somehow that generates 6, 12, 24, 48. How? How did it generate a 6? I'm so confused. Let other people think about it. How did that 6 come into existence? Maybe Micah or Miranda, or do you have any other M names in here? Maddie, or Maddie, or May May. That'd be a good name, May May. Or May.
I don't know about that.
My neighbor's cat is named that.
Named after your dad? Is there an?
And your uncle.
Yeah, I got you. Families do that. Okay, Chris, how did that 6 come into existence? Ah, if I plug in a 1, if I go t sub 1, if I plug in a 1, 2 to the first is times 3. How did that 12 come into existence? Micah? I plug in a 2. So what does that do? So you're right, I'm going to plug in a 2.
Oh, yeah, 2 times 2 is 4.
Okay.
Minus 3 is 12.
What did I just do that for? 12. My camera's not even, it is. Hey, now, figure out, where did that 24 and the 48? Don't just say you plug in a 3 and you plug in a 4. Understand how to plug in the 3. Understand how to plug in the 4. Talk to your neighbor about it. Make sure you get how that's actually evaluated. You get it? Like how I plug in the 4 and get out of that 48. Yeah, you have to get cool with how that so you get how that power is working. Do you have a pencil? Use the pencil. So do you get how the power is working? So show me how the third works. Jordan?
You
She's at 3.
you plug in 3.
I plug in a 3.
And 3. Wait, 2 times 3. Oh, wait, sorry. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 6 times 6 is 6, right?
6 times 6,
Wait.
so no. Okay, I'm going to ask you on the 4 how this works. Chris, evaluate it at 3. How does that work?
Okay, so you do 2 times, or 2 to the third power.
2 to the third power, which is
8.
8. How'd you get 8?
You do 2 times 2, which is 4, and then it's 4 times 2, which is 8. And then 8 times 3 is 2.
Okay. Jordan, you want this next one? Because he was just explaining it.
I know.
Okay. T sub 4, how does that work?
You do 2 to the 4th power.
Which is?
8.
No.
I don't think, I'm sorry.
Explain to me how I would do 2 to the 4th.
Oh, you do 2 times 3 times
2, okay, so 2 times 2
4
times 2
8
times 2,
16.
16.
16 times 3 is
That takes us to the 48.
Yeah.
Everybody get out your calculator and hold it up. Open it up. And hold it up. Good. Good.
Mine is literally that.
Good.
I mean, it
All right. Using your calculator, you have to figure out how to do exponents, complex exponents. So if I do 3 to the 5th, no, 3 to the 6th. You don't want to go 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's not a good way to do it. Your calculator has a button on it that'll do this. Here are a couple different ways. 3, look for a button that looks like that, to the 6th. That's called a caret symbol. Maybe you have a button that looks like this. 3, x to the y, to the 6th. Maybe you have a button that looks like this. 3, y to the x. Maybe you have a button that looks like this. 3, y to a little square. Maybe you have x to a little square. Figure out how to raise it and raise 3 to the 6th.
Mine's e
Can you
to
do 3 to
x.
the 6th? Are you happy with that one here? Can you figure it out?
Wait a second.
Did you figure out the button?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Figure out the button?
This one.
Did you figure out
And
to the
then
sixth?
when I took that.
Yeah, I got it.
So you don't think that? We're not moving the seventh grade to the sixth. This is the sixth.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff wrong,
Did
but.
you figure it out? 729? 729? JJ, 729? Maddie?
What?
729? 729, yes, yes? Are we happy with the calculator? Happy with the calculator? What'd you do to it? Good, I'm glad it works. Now that you don't have to go 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I would like you to tell me, we went out to t sub 4. Well, I want to jump out here to t sub 11. T sub 11. What's going to happen at t sub 11? You're not using my 3 thing here. You're using this function right there. Ignore all this. 20.
Mine keeps saying that I have an error. I need to get a new one. Mine, yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing? So do 2 raised to the 11.
Times 3.
Nope, you're using the wrong button.
It did it right last time.
2 raised to. Where's the button? No, that's e to the x.
I finally did it faster than you.
What do you say?
Well, I know how to do that.
Oh, it's right here. To the 11. Good. Now go with the 6.
Okay, thank you.
6,044. What was it?
Wait,
Six, one, four.
Oh, times 3. Sorry, did I say by 6?
Yeah.
Hit it with the 3. What was it?
6144.
6144. You happy with that? 61. You got Taryn? Good. Micah? 6144. What was it?
Wasn't it 2 to 11?
And you have to multiply that by 3.
Times 3.
Oh.
6144.
Yeah, I got that.
Good. Excellent. So this is geometric, also called what?
Exponential.
Exponential. In addition, there are other ones floating around out there that work the same way. They're not arithmetic or geometric, but you plug in the x's and you get out y's. You plug in 1, 2, 3, 4, you get out t sub 1, t sub 2, t sub 3, t sub 4. Please get a whiteboard and a marker. Yes, Chris. In Chris's case, it's got Cassie no. Cassie no work. It'll turn off. How was that? Off. Let's turn it on. On. You back to all he does is We've been talking about this for like a year.
I know.
Remember last year? We were talking around this time, we were like, Micah, Valentine's Day next year, cake pops. And you were like, absolutely, I'll start.
No.
Micah.
What was that?
Guys are blowing microphones.
We're not bullying Micah.
We're disappointed. We're just disappointed.
He is. I'm.
I know you're not.
Yeah, okay.
Like, why?
Aiden,
Yes.
read me the sign. Are you choosing that right now? You either choose it or you leave my classroom. Okay. Here's what I'd like. I want the first 4 terms of this arithmetic function. I want to know what the first, second, third, and fourth terms are. The first 4 terms. Plug in 1, plug in 2, plug in 3, plug in
4. You're welcome.
Plug it in.
No, it didn't.
Wait, the first 4?
First 4 terms, please.
Do we have to say T sub 1?
8 times 3, what is it?
Oh, it's me.
Good. Don't erase it. Do not erase it. Good. Don't erase it. Do not erase it. Good. Good. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Good. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Oh, actually, your 24 is incorrect. Don't erase your last number.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
25.
You said don't erase
Do
it.
not erase it.
I haven't erased it yet.
Now, back in. I'm waiting. Here's what you have on your board right now. My question is, what is the common difference for this? Write it on your whiteboard. What is the common difference? Good. I'm asking you not to erase. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you did. Good. What is the common difference? Good. Good, 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 good. Common difference is 8. This is not part of today's lesson, but do you see that 8 right there?
Yeah.
That is the common difference.
Wow.
Every time.
Every
So
time.
that's what I kind of thought, and I was like,
So,
Yeah, 3 years.
all right, next one. Give me the first 4 terms of this. You may erase now. Now you may erase.
I can't think.
Right. No.
Oh, wait, mine's on.
You've got to
Yeah, I was on.
plug in a 1, 4 to the first, times 4, so it should start with a 16.
Yeah, I was on.
16.
I finished.
Yes, don't erase it. Don't erase it. No. Yes. Yes. Yes, do not erase it. Good, don't erase it. Good, don't erase, don't erase. That last one should be a 125 should be a 21. Right there.
oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Good,
yeah.
don't erase it, don't erase it. Is it, why is there a comma there?
You wanna
I don't.
There you go. Good. Don't erase. Did you sort it out? Looking at this sequence, what is the common ratio? Write it down on your whiteboard. What's the common ratio?
Wait, I was just wow.
Correct answer is 4. Do you see that 4?
Yes.
That's not the common ratio. Do you see that 4?
Yeah.
That 4 right there is the common ratio.
It's the one that has the.
It's the one that's being raised to the exponent, to the power.
It's not working.
Number 13. Listen to what I want. On your whiteboard, what is the common difference? Good. That common difference is right there. It's going to be that 3. Now, find me the first 4 terms of this.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So then I find the first term and just go. Now you go to 3 plus 3.
Oh my gosh.
It's not. It feels like it, but this is. I know you. But it's not. It's going plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Good. 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 And what is the common difference right there? It's 3, which is that 3. Okay, ready? You see that guy right there?
Yes.
Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Find the first term. Times 2 times 2 times 2. Hey, what's anything to the 0 power?
0. 1. Oh, yeah.
Put it in your calculator. It'll tell you it's 1.
Wow.
Good. First term times 2. No, first term is not 1. And then even your time. Yeah.
Oh, 1 times 2.
No, wait,
What you're doing. You found the first term. Now find me the next 3. Find me the first 4.
Is 4. You're wrong. What? It looked like it.
Whoa. So you said you did that one?
Man, they can't handle it. No.
What?
Times 2 times 2 times 2.
Oh. I knew that.
Now, we play a game. It's not really a game, but when I say I play a game, it sounds like it's a game. It's going to be a game. Here's the game. I am going to write a little function on this board, but I'm not going to show it to you.
Oh, are you gonna give us the
game.
I've written it on the board. Now, Greenlee is going to tell me what number she wants me to put into the function. Okay. Put in a 1. I'm going to put a 1 into it. Out comes a 5.
Okay. Wait, 1.
When you think you know the function, you write it on your board. You have 5 seconds.
This game with all my heart.
What number do you want to put into it? That is a really good thing to put into it. I am now going to evaluate it at 2. You have 5 seconds to figure it out.
I can't
Slow seconds.
Go.
3.
We're putting in a 3. You have to write it on your whiteboard if you want to guess it. And I go in order, so he gets the next guess. I put in a 3. Out comes an 11. You have 5 seconds to guess it. 1, 2, 5. Gavin, what do you want to put into it? Gavin is putting in a 0. If I put in a 0, out comes a 2. What is the function? You have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 5. Nico, what do you want to put into it?
4.
Nico is putting in a 4. I'm not looking. I go up the rows. Nico, what is the function? Bradley, I'm putting in a 5. Out comes a 17. What is the function? 1, 2,
I got it.
4,
I think.
5. JJ, what do you want to put in?
Let's put in 6.
I put in a 6. Out comes a 20. I don't even know why I keep looking. Out comes a 20. What is the function?
T sub n is equal to 2n plus 6.
And that's 3n.
This is what you were saying? Let's see if that works. If I put in a 4, hey, out comes a 14. If I put in a 5, out comes a 16 though, so no, that doesn't work. Maddie.
I understand why don't you put in whatever you get out, but I don't know what the equation is.
I know, that's the game.
7.
I put in a 7, out comes a 23, right?
I don't think it works.
What is the function? Micah, what do you want to plug in?
8.
I plug in an 8, out comes a 25, 27, 26.
Oh, that's
What is the function, Micah? Read it to me.
Tn equals 3n plus 2.
Yay!
right after.
Okay, Fisher, you get the first guess on the next one.
Oh, God. I do my math wrong.
It takes me like 4. Or like
And
then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna write T. Because then I just plug in.
So are we gonna have time to do our homework in class?
We're going to go through everybody on this game first. Fisher, what would you like to put in first?
2.
Fisher, when I put in a 2, out comes a 16.
What?
Wait, can I guess the equation?
Yes.
Alright. Tn
T sub n
equals 2 to the second power
2 to the second power
plus 2.
plus
Wait,
2.
they're not even
Hey,
right. That doesn't even
that is
make
not
sense.
correct. Taryn, what would you like to plug in? I'm going to plug in a 0. Out comes a 4.
Wait a minute.
Do you have a guess?
I have no.
Gavin, what would you like to plug in?
A 4.
I'm plugging in a 4.
I know what it is.
Alvin's 28, Mr. Rod.
28?
No. Give me a second.
Whoa. Yeah, I know what it is.
I think just like, let me check that out. Let me make sure.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
It would be 64.
We
Yeah.
all know my guess is.
If I
Okay.
have the equation.
Got it. Gavin, do you have a guess?
T sub n equals 4 times 2 to the power of n.
Didn't you? He saw my wife. He saw.
No.
He saw my wife.
Okay.
I wrote it down from.
Now,
ever since.
next one. Jordan, what do you want to plug into it? Let me write it down first.
I'm scared I'm screwed up.
Okay.
A 2.
You have 5 seconds.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lizette, you have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jackson.
Can I guess? Wait. Can I guess the number and then guess the
Yes.
Okay. 3. Okay. T sub n equals
No.
n to the n.
That is incorrect.
What? Wait. 3.
Okay, Chris. Because that would be 3 to the third power, which is 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, 4.
4?
That's true. That's very true.
You have it as t sub n equals what?
Oh.
N times n.
You know what? That's actually right. I had it as n squared, but that's n times n. You may start on the homework, Chris.
No!
The rest of you have to just sit there and think about why you lost.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. You can go.
You were almost, it was almost you.
I had
Close.
N
Thank you.
And if I had $1 million, I'd be a millionaire.
And if I owned a car, I would still be homeless.
But you could live in your car. All right, that's it.